Major changes are coming to Guild Memorial.
And Valparaiso esports teams are having championship matches this week.
And although we're clear right now, we are expecting a little bit of rain in the forecast coming up.
We have that and more. This edition of 15 News at 5 starts right now. Thank you for joining us on 15 News at 5. I'm Tabitha Bartow.
And I'm Colton Woods.
Last Friday, an email was sent out to Guild Memorial residents about changes that would be happening over the winter break. They announced that new cameras were being installed in the stairwells and data closets. They also announced that swipe cards would be installed for each community restroom in the building. No further details were shared about how the changes would directly affect students, other than the fact that they wanted to keep the student safety at the utmost importance to the Guild Memorial community. The changes taking place are in response to the voyeurism incident that happened just weeks before. There has still been no update on this case.
This semester, your valpo esports teams have been doing a great job out there. This semester, we had 2 teams go to national in-person tournaments for the GLEC. Before Thanksgiving started, the NECC playoffs for valpo, all teams made the playoffs this year. This includes our 2 Rocket League teams, 2 Overwatch teams, League of Legends, and Super Smash Bros. The League of Legends team conquered Bradley 3-1 in their tournament last night, securing the title for champions of the NECC Emergence Great Lakes. You can also catch Overwatch Shield take on Carroll University for the Challengers Great Lakes Championship tonight at 6 p.m., which will be streamed live on their Twitch. Good luck, everyone.
Well, it's that time of the year. Finals will begin next week, December 12th, and last until December 16th. The last day of class is tomorrow, December 9th, and reading day is Saturday, December 10th. Ensure you do not miss any of your final exams, so double-check the exam schedule posted by Student Life and ask your professors about any details regarding your exams. Study hard, sleep good, and eat something before your exams to help you succeed in the last stretch of the semester. Good luck.
Looking for something to get your family, friends, younger siblings, cousins, or nephews for Christmas? Jocelyn Fitzgerald's Christmas books getting turned into movies. The movies were generated by a professional film company, are animated. All the movies are narrated by the same professional narrator who is a retired European actress. There are 5 Mary movies that will premiere on DVD, which are only for sale through the author's storefront or on her website. JocelynFun.com. Her movies can also be accessed via Patreon subscription. If interested, you can type in Jocelyn Fitzgerald into the search bar. Her name will be coming up. Patreon subscribers will also get updates and book clips once a week. If you are interested in purchasing all of them, you can purchase them individually as well. Their married team will also be hosting a red carpet event at Patty's All American in Dyer, Indiana on December 18th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Admission into the event is free. There will also be a princess there who will be meeting and taking pictures with the kids as they also meet the author.
We have 15 Weather's Emmett Toomey in the studio. So Emmett, what's the latest with the forecast?
So our live look right now, as you can see, we're finally starting to wind down after a relatively quiet week of weather. Our last normal week of the semester means relatively quiet. Current satellite and radar right now over the general Midwestern region here. You can begin to see down near Davenport and Peoria that relative storm system kind of moving its way to the northeast. We don't have any severe threat associated with that right now, but take a look up northwest near Madison and Dubuque. We have some winter storm warnings up near Madison and all throughout Wisconsin as well, but that snow isn't really going to be hitting us. We're really mostly expecting a wintry mix. Temperatures right now currently, as you can see, 34 in Valpo, 37 in Gary. As you go a little bit further northwest, 33 in DeKalb, 37 up in Rockford there. As you get closer towards the snow, obviously it's going to get a little bit cooler. But as you go further southeast down towards Knox and Rochester there, you can see 36 and 40 in Fort Wayne. Our look ahead tonight, as you can see, though, we have 31 with mostly cloudy skies, and then going into tomorrow, 40 with mostly sunny skies. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Emmett. I'm very excited for that snowfall. After the break, we'll take a look at national stories with a mysterious object unearthed by hurricanes in Florida.
And holiday shopping rates for Gen Z are on the rise. Stick with us.
a world where entertainment is at risk, one man is given a mission, but he is about to face his biggest challenge yet. He will race against the clock and open doors to new possibilities that will save weekends as we know it.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for free movies.
Oh, I'll help you with that.
Just go to movies.valpo.edu. They have all the best movies, including The Hobbit and 22 Jump Street.
Whoa, it's that easy?
It's that easy.
Grab some popcorn, grab some buddies, and watch movies.valpo.edu's great selection.
Hurricanes can sometimes reveal hidden treasures, but this one came with a bit more history. Mike Springer highlights the archaeological dig to unearth the truth about this nautical wonder.
Drone 9 hovers over as state archaeologists work to excavate this find along the coast in Daytona Beach shores. It was unearthed just south of Frank Rendon Park after storms rolled through the area a few weeks ago. This team has been working since Monday to dig, uncover, and analyze what they found.
You can just see from people coming onto the beach to look at it, they're captivated, they're excited, they want to know what the mystery is, and so do we.
Chuck Mead with the St. Augustine Lighthouse Museum, who's leading the excavation, believes it's most likely a cargo or merchant ship from the 1800s, somewhere between 80 to 100 feet long. He says the materials, shape, and the fact that there were so many sailing along the coast then support this theory. Mead says it probably sank during a storm similar to the one that's now brought it back.
This definitely looks like a shipwreck to us. Some people speculated they thought it might be a dock, but this definitely has what you would call ribs, right, or the ship's frames. You can see these big timbers coming up at an angle, and then there's planking on top of those ribs.
The site of the excavation has drawn in onlookers, curious to see some of Florida's maritime history up close.
So awesome. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm so glad that I got to see it. It's very historical.
One that people here will be talking about for quite some time.
A New Jersey dog takes a polar plunge. The K9, coincidentally named Bear, broke away from a walk to take a dip in a frigid New York river. Anthony Johnson reports on the story.
Talk about being adventurous. Bear is back home after pulling away from his owner on Saturday on 80th and West End and then running to 110th Street and jumping into the Hudson River for a mile swim to Jersey. His new owners thought he was gone for good.
Never expected to see him again, never expected to even be telling this story. My son is like, you know, next time make up a story that's a little bit more believable.
The Edgewater Police Department got a call about a barking dog just after midnight last night and began searching near the Independence Pier.
We had some low tide conditions, and two guys entered the water in ice rescue suits.
Rescuers had to make 2 passes with the boat before they were able to find Bear and bring him safely on board.
How long have you been under there?
Firefighter Quentin gave Bear some treats.
You gonna eat my whole bag of treats?
Bear is a breed that likes to swim. This 50-pound Leonberger, mixed with Burmese mountain dog, loves the outdoors and has lived outside Bozeman, Montana. Leonbergers are natural swimmers, and despite the chilly weather, he fared rather well.
He's doing great. You would never know that he had this adventure.
Ellen got Bear last Tuesday to be a service dog for her son Zach, who has special needs. Everyone is happy to be back together again.
He's given us a lifetime of happiness with this. Yep. I say the dog is a fighter and so is my son, so they're a great combination.
In Edgewater, New Jersey, Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Holiday shopping is breaking spending records, but Gen Z appears to be more eager than other groups when it comes to the hunting for deals at the mall. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan has a closer look at what economics say is behind that, and why Gen Z seems to be unbothered by inflation eating up more of their money this year.
What inflation? In what possible recession? The gloomy economic headlines apparently not worrying one group of excited shoppers this holiday season, Gen Z. That's young shoppers born between 1997 and 2012. And industry experts say they're leading the pack this 2022 holiday shopping season. According to mall operator Preet, which owns shopping centers primarily on the East Coast, Gen Z shoppers were out in force Thanksgiving weekend, a trend expected to continue.
They've grown up with technology and shopping online. It's nothing exciting or new to them.
The National Retail Federation says overall, more consumers are returning to malls and in-store shopping this holiday season, and Gen Z is having a high turnout.
There's much more optimism in spite of the challenges on inflation and price pressures. I think people are really ready to be out there.
The NRF estimates nearly 123 million people visited brick and mortar stores over the Black Friday and holiday weekend. That's up 17% from last year. And when it comes to clothing, industry experts say Gen Z is very picky about brands.
There definitely is a shift among the Gen Z generation regarding fast fashion. They recognize that it's not as good for the environment.
And that's great news for young entrepreneurs like Camila Romero,
Tiger Print,
whose clothing brand caters to a Gen Z customer base.
I'm happy to be a part of that mentality and that wave that's been happening in the fashion industry.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
So why should we care about this group of consumers? Gen Z is among the fastest growing groups in the country, along with millennials. Together, this demographic is expected to grow to 70% of the population by 2028 versus 60% today. That's according to a note from Cohen Equity Research.
Well, coming up after the break, Emmett Toomey will have your full forecast.
And we'll take a look at this past week's Valpo sports. Stick with us.
Well, I think that's all we need. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be in touch.
Okay, this is it. Just shake his hand and walk out with your head held high. Don't mess this up. Thank you. Nailed it. Don't let a bad handshake get in the way of getting the job you want. Find out more at the Career Center.
What is passion? At Valpo, it's something that pours out of us uncontrollably. It's a late night shot of caffeine, cramming for finals, a jam session with friends. It sees deep into space, turns big stuff into small potatoes, floats boats and floods the senses. Passion is alive, it has a heartbeat, and it lives in you. How do we know? Because at Valpo, passion is who we are.
All right, so satellite radar right now, as you can see, we took a look back. This rain is continuing to progress eastward down near Davenport and Peoria, central Illinois area, though. We're not expecting it too quickly yet, not until tomorrow, maybe heading into the weekend as well. Milwaukee and up near Dubuque, though, as you can see, those winter storm warnings are still in effect. We don't have to worry about those too much right now. Take a look at wind speeds currently. 5 miles per hour in Valpo, 5 up in Rockford, 10 miles per hour in Davenport. We're relatively quiet right now. Over the lake, you'll definitely have some heavier winds from that land sea breeze effect, but really, these aren't going to change until we'll take a look at our future wind gusts starting at Thursday at 6 p.m. just as you're getting home for dinner here. So starting and coming from the west, that mid-latitude system that's going to be pushing its way east, 17 miles per hour in Peru, 17 in DeKalb, 20 all the way down in Pontiac there. Those heavier wind gusts are going to be pushing their way eastward. Take a look at that mass kind of moving its way closer to Lake Michigan. 21 miles per hour in Rockford, 21 in Peru. 2 down in Pontiac. We're still sitting at 16 miles per hour in Valpo, though. We don't really have to worry about that until Friday at 11:45 a.m. Excuse me. Maybe as you're getting ready for lunch at work or you're at school and you're getting in one last finals cram session here. 24 miles per hour in Valpo, and that lake is going to start really enhancing those effects of the wind. 22 and 23 up in Rockford and DeKalb as well. Finally, though, we start to see the heaviest of the wind move its way out of the area by Friday at 6:45 a.m. Hopefully you're sleeping at this point, but if you are and you're still studying for finals, well, God help you. But as it moves its way east across the lake there, we don't have to worry really too much about this, and there's no severe weather threat associated with this rain or snow as we move. Saturday at 4 a.m. though, much of the wind has moved out of the area. Future radar though, we're going to coordinate this with the wind. So Thursday at 5:30 p.m. we're going to have a lot of cloud cover into the area here. No rain quite yet, but it is on its way. Friday at 6:30 a.m. you can begin to see that system move its way east here. So Rockford and DeKalb, you'll be getting that rain-snow mix. Further north in Wisconsin though is when you're going to get a majority of the snow, and then down near Pontiac and Peru, that is going to start with the rain, and that rain is what we're really going to be expecting heading into Valpo. So Friday at 2 p.m. you're getting out of classes done for the day. Gary and Michigan City and Valpo, you're all going to be getting rain, but you can't rule out that rain-snow mix quite yet. By Friday at 6 p.m. though, much of that rain and snow has moved out of the area. Our 7-day forecast though, we're going to start relatively pleasant on the weekend, Friday with 40. Saturday and Sunday though, expect a little bit of rain and precipitation, but as you go into next week, we're going to be expecting temperatures in the mid-40s, relatively calm and pleasant going into finals week.
Well, I don't know about you, Emmett, but I am really looking forward to the holidays, and I'm expecting to see some snow here soon.
Oh, I promise you there will be snow.
Happy to hear it. Well, thanks, Emmett. After the break, we'll have a recap of this past week's sports.
Records were broken and history was made this week as Valpo athletics traveled across the country to compete against their foes in a variety of matchups. Valpo football took an unprecedented trip out to Las Cruces, New Mexico this past Saturday to face off against the D1 New Mexico State Aggies. What separates this competition from the rest of the pack was the fact that Valpo football played their first FBS or Football Bowl subdivision opponent in the program's history over the past 103 years of Valpo football. The Beacons have never played a team that is bowl eligible until now. Although the scoreboard result was less than ideal for Valpo, the game represented an idea that almost all collegiate football players have come to terms with: the end of their football career. The seniors on the team were able to lace their cleats and strap their helmets one final time to play in a brown and gold uniform in a game that was initially not supposed to take place. Redshirt junior Solomon Davis, after being plagued with injuries for the past 3 seasons, went into the game as a Pioneer Football League first. Davis recorded 4 catches and 37 yards, finishing the season with 43 catches for 748 yards. The Beacons finished up with an above 500 record for the 3rd straight season, only the 2nd time in program history. Although there is much to work on, the Beacons have a reason to have hope in the future. And Valpo women's volleyball team finished their postseason run after falling to Ohio in the opening round of the National Invitational Volleyball Championship. Although their run was cut short, there's no denying that the long-term success that has happened and will continue to happen within the program. Valpo volleyball went to the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, reaching the playoffs 3 times in the past 5 seasons. After the Ohio matchup, freshman Emma Hickey and recorded 735 total digs, tying her for the most season D1 freshman in the past 12 seasons. Maddie Boyer, Kara Cooper, Rachel Speck, and Jilly Grant all finished their Valpo seasons with the loss to Ohio. Thank you, seniors, for all your hard work and dedication to Valpo athletics.
We've really had a lot going on this
Oh
semester.
yeah, it's been good. They've been doing good, and I mean for us, I mean we got to take what we can get.
Yeah, for
True.
sure. We're on a roll this
Absolutely.
year.
Coming up, Emmett Toomey will have a final look at your 7-day forecast.
VUTV, your campus, your story.
Well, the 7-day forecast is looking pleasant, although we do have a few areas of precipitation and unpleasant conditions on the way. Friday will start off relatively nice, but as you go into the weekend, you do have the possibility, most likely rain, but you cannot rule the possibility of snow out of the question. Monday through Thursday, though, as you go through the next week, you'll have a little bit of rain mixed in with some heavier wind gusts, but Tuesday is looking to be relatively pleasant overall.
Awesome. Thanks, Emmett. Hey, I have a question for you. This one came in from a viewer. What is your favorite memory from this semester?
My favorite memory from this semester is probably welcome week. You know, as before classes started, it was really nice just to have everybody on campus but not have the academic workload yet. And I got to say, it's my favorite part. It's nice seeing everybody on campus for the first time for the year.
What about you, Colton?
I would say joining a fraternity this year, Lambda Chi Alpha. That has been a really good time, and I've enjoyed it so far. What about you, Tabitha?
Well, I pretty much enjoyed everything. I mean, stressful year as you're heading in and you're closing and getting closer to graduation, but I've enjoyed every moment of my time here at Valpo with everybody here in VUTV, people on the desk, people behind the scenes. Everybody's been so amazing, and I'm really going to miss everyone. How about you?
I think I'm going to have to agree with Emmett on this one. You know, Welcome Week was fantastic. I had a great time at Rock the Ark, and that was a great time this year.
Well, if you have a question for us, send it our way on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and we can answer it for you. You can send screenshots of forums, questions you've been asked, or questions that you may have yourself.
Before we go, we want to take the time to thank our graduating senior, Tabitha Bartow, for all her service as news director. Thank you, Tabitha, for all you have done for this station. You will be greatly missed from all of us at VUTV. And thank you for joining us this evening, and happy holidays, and we will see you next semester.